If your kids are like mine and they come home from school absolutely starving and you're left trying to bridge that gap until dinner without spoiling their appetite and without reaching for a packaged snack, then this video is for you. I'm all about simple, real food, the kind that actually nourishes my family. And that after school window can feel so chaotic. Everyone's hungry, dinner's not quite ready, and it's so easy to grab something quick and processed. I really try to focus on the ingredients that I'm giving to my kids. And the problem is, a lot of those snacks are highly processed, they're low in any real nutrition, and they don't actually keep them full for very long. Today, I'm sharing some of my go-to after-school snacks. They're quick, whole food based, support gut health, and are protein rich, and so easy to just throw together. And they'll actually keep your kids satisfied without ruining their appetite for dinner. Nothing fancy, just real food. You don't need to be a whiz in the kitchen either. These are so simple and only take a few minutes. Let's get into it. Okay, first up, apple nut butter crunch. I love this one. There's no real measurements here, just go ahead and measure with your heart. It's nice and simple. So just start by slicing up some apple. You're going to, I like to use a little piping nozzle to pop out the center of the apple where the core is. And then you'll just spread some nut butter on top of those apple rings. And my kids love my homemade granola sprinkled on top. But if you don't have any of that handy, that's totally fine. You can just top with any nuts or seeds that your kids like. If your kid's not a big fan of apple, you can just swap it out for maybe pear or even banana slices. So it's got fiber from the apple or pear, and it's got some nice good fats in there. Okay, cucumber, avocado, and salmon. Now, it sounds a bit strange, but trust me, it's really delicious. And they're just a few little bites to get your kid through till dinner. So you're just going to slice up a Lebanese cucumber, mash about half an avocado with a bit of salt and a drizzle of lemon. And you're going to pop a little blob or dollop of avocado onto the cucumber discs, and then go ahead and get a little bit of some wild hot smoked salmon and pop that on top of each bite. If you don't have salmon handy or you want to try a bit of variety in your kids' diet, I've got a great recipe for an avocado and sardine dip, which I will link below. And you can just scoop that up with some nice raw veggies. This snack's got some really good fats, great omega-3s, which are going to boost their brain and their gut health. Sweet roasted chickpeas. You're going to grab your tin of chickpeas, some honey, a bit of oil, olive oil or coconut oil, some cinnamon if you would like, and some salt. You're going to start by draining your chickpeas, drying them really well on a tea towel, pouring them straight into an oven pan and roasting for 30 minutes at 180 degrees Celsius. Meanwhile, you can mix together your honey, oil, and salt, and cinnamon if you like, but I had run out today. And then once those chickpeas are done, you can toss them into a bowl and cover with the honey mix. Give it a really good mix up and then return them back to the oven for 10 minutes. Make sure you cool them really well before storing them. You can double the batch if you like. I just had 1 tin of chickpeas on hand. This snack has fiber and some nice protein from the chickpeas. Okay, easy peasy yogurt bowls. You're going to grab some really nice plain yogurt or Greek yogurt, your frozen berries, any nuts or seeds that your kids like, and maybe a drizzle of honey. Now, the kids love to make this one by themselves, so they just pop it into a little bowl, give it a good mix. You've got protein there from the yogurt and probiotics for gut health. Banana oat cookies. So you'll need some overripe bananas for this one, some good organic rolled oats, a little bit of nut butter, and that's about it. 3 ingredients. So you're going to mash up your banana in a bowl, stir the oats in, add the nut butter, put it into little discs and bake it in the oven for 15 to 20 minutes on a moderate heat. Now, I've also got these handy for mornings where the kids are ravenous when they wake up, and they're great for lunch boxes too. Homemade gummies. My kids absolutely devour these. I've always got a rotation of different flavors in the fridge, and they're great for lunch boxes too. So you'll need a good quality grass-fed gelatin and a nice juice and a little bit of water and a drizzle of honey. You're going to pour your water into a medium saucepan, sprinkle the gelatin over the top, and allow that to bloom for a couple of minutes. Pour your juice in over the top. I'm going to heat gently on a medium-low heat until the gelatin has dissolved. Remove it from the heat. Add a little dash of honey if you're using that for some sweetness. And then pour into your favorite molds or just a glass dish and refrigerate until set. Now, I used to think gummies were quite daunting before I actually made them for myself and realized just how easy it was. It will only take you a couple of minutes, and I'm sure your kids will love them. So this one's pretty self-explanatory. Just 1 or 2 boiled eggs sliced up. Add some yummy seasoning on top. I love the Mingle range of seasoning. They're very clean. This one, everything bagel, goes great on boiled eggs. And then on the side, I like to boil up a few edamame beans. I use this frozen brand. They're from Woolworths. You can also buy them in the shell if your kids like popping them out of the shell. Now that's a great high protein snack, really good for an after school snack before they go off to sports. Again, this one's simple and self-explanatory. You're just going to cut up some veggie sticks. You can also get some really cute shape cutters to use to make the veggies a bit more fun and appealing for the little ones, and just serve it up with some hummus or cottage cheese to dip into. Frozen yogurt bark. This one is great for warmer weather. You're going to need a cup of Greek yogurt or plain yogurt, a cup of berries, some nut butter, some chopped nuts, and a little bit of dark chocolate if you want. Now you're just going to pop the yogurt into a bowl, give that a good mix with the honey and the nut butter as well. Today I'm using the Noya ABC nut butter. It's got almonds, Brazil, and cashews in it. And it's just a great way to ramp up the diversity in your kids' diet with one little swap. Once that's all mixed nicely, you can go ahead and add your berries, mix them in, and then pour it onto a sheet of grease-proof paper. You can do little blobs or pop it into little silicone molds, but here I've just gone for a sheet. So it will be like a bark and we'll just break it up later. Sprinkle the nuts on top and the dark chocolate. Pop it in the freezer and it comes out so yummy. My kids fight over this. It doesn't last long in our house. It's nice and cooling for those hot days after school and a yummy protein and gut healthy snack. Now the last one is just a really nice thick smoothie or a hidden veg shake. You're going to get a frozen banana, cacao, nut butter, or some hemp seeds. You get your Greek yogurt and whatever milk of your choice. And I love to sneak in a bit of cauliflower into my smoothies. It always goes undetected and even adds a little bit of creaminess to it. So these are my 10 go-to snacks. They're all about simple ingredients, whole foods. They're nice and balanced, and they'll keep your kids' tummy satisfied until dinner without overfilling them. I hope this gave you some great inspiration to make that after-school window a little more stress-free. Remember, it doesn't have to be perfect. Just small shifts back to real nourishing ingredients can make such a big difference on your family's overall health. If you've enjoyed this, I'd love for you to subscribe and follow along. Don't forget to download the free printable snack guide on the link below. And let me know in the comments, what are your kids loving at the moment? Because I'm always looking for new ideas too. Well, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.